This might be the single biggest mind shift of the entire presentation. Fat loss can change your weight. That changes the scale number, but muscle changes your body. And now we're getting into kind of the missing link, right? Muscle's going to change your appearance. Muscle's going to create your shoulders, your arms, your curves. It's going to give you that posture. You know, when I hear of somebody saying that they're in their 60s now and they're a little bit shorter, oftentimes, in part, that's because they've lost muscle mass, right? So, muscle is going to be important for posture. It's going to be important for your metabolism. It's literally what's going to help you look younger. And when we look at, again, thanks to the fitness industry in part, most women for the last number of decades have been chasing what? Smaller. They've been fixated on food and calories, and they've been chasing smaller via a lower number on the scale. Instead, they should have been building muscle and focusing on getting stronger. So if there is a big take home, if there is a secret, it's going to be this. In a picture, this is why muscle is so important. This is what it looks like. Training with weights offers the greatest return in muscle, but it has to be training with weights. Okay, so we need to build muscle. Most of you already know that. I'm going to guess most of you already know you should lift weights. And I'm going to guess that most already are lifting weights. We're going to dig more into that in a minute. But when we look at the return for building muscle, it takes care of metabolism and posture and strength and bone density and independence and confidence and prevents you from being frail. As I say to my clients, the stronger you are, the harder it is to kill you. And that's true of a slip and fall, an accident, a disease, an illness, right? This becomes one of the things that is really important. And again, what does it look like? This is what it looks like aging with muscle. You know, if we compare and contrast the women in this image versus this one, that is the difference. And I have clients in their 60s. I've had clients in their 70s that look amazing in a bikini, have great posture, are strong, have an incredible quality of life. And the path to that is building muscle. And we build muscle by training. And I'm going to talk more about training in a second. In terms of calories, what's really cool about muscle is whether we're 18 or 80, and 20 years ago, I had the chance to spend a weekend with one of the top PhD scientists that studied this. But 18 or 80, your metabolism can be altered by maintained or altered by maintaining the amount of muscle mass you have or gaining muscle. Now, the problem is for most people in North America, we lose muscle mass. And that's part of why we see the decline in our posture, right? As we go from age 40 to age 80 in the image on the screen, we can see that posture starts to be compromised. We can see the midsection starting to get larger. All of that is related to a loss of muscle mass. So if you want to raise your metabolism, 18 or 80, you have to gain muscle mass. Why? Because theoretically, for every 10 pounds of muscle you gain, you raise your metabolism by about 350 calories per day. Now that we've established what the goal isn't chasing calories, chasing smaller via a lower number on the scale, let's talk about what actually keeps women stuck. And these aren't theories. I see women working incredibly hard, yet never building the physique that they want. The good news is there's a way to prevent this. And the way to do that is training. Now, keep in mind that can't be one size fits all training. That can't be your programming where you show up and there's 19 or 20 other people in the group. Everybody's doing the same workout. 20 women walk into a class. One wants to lose 50 pounds because she's chasing the number on the scale. One wants to build glutes. One has knee pain. One has a shoulder issue that needs surgical intervention, and they're just waiting to have a shoulder replacement. One's training for a marathon, one wants to look great in a swimsuit. Yet every single one of them in that group environment is doing the exact same workout. That's not individualized training. In fact, it's not training at all. It's generalized exercise. Okay. And now let me be clear. I'm not saying group fitness is bad. I'm not saying that small group, our large group, our team training, our boot camps are bad. In fact, all of these images are group training are from my former clients in a gym that I used to own doing group training. Okay. I think boot camps and group training and team training all have value. They get people moving, they build community. I mean, they're incredible at building community. They improve consistency. Those are all wonderful things. And the problem isn't that they're bad. In fact, from a health, wellness, and weight loss standpoint, they give people access to health, wellness, and weight loss at a very affordable price. And it allows people to stick with it long term. You know, I can say this